right, Mike, you ready to make some money? Let's do it. It's last minute betting with the Sports Nuts, your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Don't forget that Discord link is below. Over 16,000 strong now. Get in there. Get it right now. Lots of sharp bettors. Lots of sports betting advice. Go get in that Discord link. Don't forget shop.oddsjam.com. Yes, with all the new merchandise and what have you. Shop.oddsjam.com. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel as we are ready to rock it out today, baby. Are you ready, Mike? You ready to make some money? I am. Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm ready to roll. Let's go. Let's make some money. What?
Let's go. Let's go. And we've got Joe Madden. Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys today?
Great.
Doing great. Ready to make some money, Joe. We've got a packed NHL slate tonight. I'm pumped. A little break from college basketball and March Madness. No more betting on kids. Let's bet on the pros for a little.
Let's do it. I'm excited. 13-game slate today. Lots of opportunities to make money.
Oh, I know. And Mike, you've probably got a parlay too, don't you?
I do. I have a little two-leg parlay that we'll jump into here in a little bit. Last night, Ottawa killed me. I can't. I don't. Pittsburgh. I'm done with them. I don't have any feel for that team anymore. They screw me every time I back them.
Ottawa's goalie, though, came out so strong, making his debut with the Team Ferguson. That was insane how strong he came out.
Yeah.
Well, these young goaltenders can make a difference. Joe, before we get going into a bunch of these games, I've got to ask you, your Calgary Flames.
No, don't do it. Don't ask me. They're dead to me. They're done.
I have to ask you this. Is Daryl Sutter, who, by the way, I've always respected, is he really the right coach for this team?
No. Daryl Sutter does not have control of this team. They're not responding to his old style of coaching. It's time for Daryl Sutter to go. I doubt he will be the coach next season, but I sure hope his son Chris sticks around, because there's nothing better than going to a game and seeing his son hype up the crowd. So, Daryl, time for Daryl to go.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of figured that. Are him and Huberdeau, they clash, don't they?
I think everyone clashes with Daryl Sutter. That old school of not even praising them when they win. You can't even get a smile out of him when they've played a solid game, being able to get the win. He just looks miserable on that bench. I couldn't even imagine what the trip was last night from LA now to Anaheim to take on the Ducks is just not pretty. That morning skate would not have been fun for those guys.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to agree with you.
I think playing for Daryl Sutter would be like playing for you, Bob. It just tiring, man. I don't know, man.
What? Hey, you know what?
There you go.
You really want to go back and forth again? You know what? Go ahead and do a skate around the rink. All right.
At least Bob would smile, Mike. So you'd get that.
True.
Yeah, I can't do the Daryl Sutter. All right. So now, one other question before we get going. World Baseball Classic, for those of you in Canada, Canada had a fairly decent showing. Question, are you excited? Is there excitement up in Canada? Do you guys even care who wins?
There is no excitement up here. There is no buzz. Everyone's just waiting for our Blue Jays to kick off in 9 days is it now? So other than that, there is no excitement behind it. Sad
okay.
To say, though.
All right. Well, you got Japan against the United States. Yeah. Otani, big name and what have you. It's going to be an interesting night. All right. Let's jump in. Mike, you want to jump into your parlay real quick? Because I'd really like for Joe to see this, and I'd like for her opinion on it.
Yeah, we'll jump into it. Last night, Ottawa killed us. Tonight, I'm going against Ottawa again. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm going with the Bruins on the puck line tonight. They have been rolling once again, won 3 in a row in those 3 games. They have won by 3 or more goals in each win. In 5 out of their last 6 wins, they have won by 2 or more goals. I mean, Boston is a safe bet here to add to the parlay, I feel. And before last night, Ottawa had been struggling. So I am staying away from Ottawa. Boston lighting it up offensively, 17 goals over their last 3 games. I think they'll have a lot of success tonight. So took the Bruins on the puck line tonight. Thoughts?
I love the Bruins on the puck line tonight. I think that is the right way to go with that game. We look at Ottawa coming off the back-to-back. They had to play a really aggressive defensive game in last night's game, and now we have a divisional opponent here with the Boston Bruins. The Bruins, we know, have let some of these games go, like right after they clinched the Atlantic, but they just destroyed the Sabres, who were in their division as well. I expect them to come out strong enough to cover that puck line. I like it, Mike.
Awesome. And this is the one. This is going to be the one. I went Toronto money line. They won 4 out of their last 6 games, 3 of their last 4 on the road. Last time they played New York, they beat them 5-2. Islanders have been playing good, though. I will give them that. But look at the teams they've been playing. Anaheim, who are scrappy, I'll give them that. But let's face it, they're still considered a bottom feeder in the league. The Ducks, the Sharks, the Red Wings, the struggling Sabres. So those have been some of their wins. Toronto lights it up offensively, as we know, 3.4 goals per game. I'm going to take Toronto on the money line.
Yeah, I'm with you. The only question mark I really had looking at this game is, why is the price so short on Toronto? I think they're a much stronger team here, and I felt like I was almost being tricked into taking Toronto. But I do think this is a solid game for them. 6-3 and 1 in the last 10 meetings in New York as well. It's not even like New York has been able to win these matchups. And I look at New York, they're just so inconsistent for me. Their one shining light is Sorokin will be in goal tonight. I do expect him to go over his save shots on goal, even though I'm looking at the Leafs to win. We know the Leafs rack up the shots at 31.8 shots on goal per game versus teams. And we know the Islanders allow Sorokin to be hammered with these shots. So over 27.5 save shots for Sorokin at -118, I think is a really solid way to go. But I do think the Leafs taking them for the win. I just question that line.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, and unfortunately, with the Islanders, they've got me a couple of times. They're a hard team to get a read on. Some nights they look really good, some nights they look bad. But I agree. I think Toronto gets the job done. The price did worry me a little bit because I thought, wow, this is pretty good value on Toronto on the money line. Definitely would have not taken the puck line, so I went with it as well.
Yeah, especially when the books normally overvalue Toronto. Toronto's normally a $2 favorite every time you look at them. So it scared me.
Yeah, agreed.
Let me get to a couple comments here. Stacks of Shane. Let's get it. First time I've seen you, Shane. And Stephen Batza, DraftKings says a $15 bet insurance if you bet USA on the USA-Japan baseball game. BetMGM had a good promo too. And Jordan Thackeray, let's go. So I've got something that I've got to ask you, and it's about this Detroit St. Louis game with David Perron coming back to St. Louis, a guy they should have never let go. Joel Hofer in goal. Jordan Binnington is the backup tonight. Do you think that's a message, Joe, to Mr. Binnington that the antics got to stop?
Yeah, he's gone. He won't be with St. Louis next season. I don't think so. Jordan Binnington is a complete loose cannon. He needs to get his crap together, for lack of a better word. He's just flying off the handle. But so's Carter Hart. Have you looked at how many slashes Carter Hart's doing on these players for the Flyers too? Some of these goalies just getting bigger egos than I think they deserve, especially on the teams that they're on. Yeah, so big sign.
Let me tell you what I liken him to, okay? There's an older goalie from, I guess, the 80s, a guy by the name of Billy Smith for the Islanders who won 4 Stanley Cups in a row. And he used to chop guys' legs out from under them constantly. That's the kind of goalie.
That's kind of the stuff you like, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Daryl Sutter and me,
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Quit acting like that after you just got lit up. Like, I mean, the guys, look, I mean, I know Bennington has not been fully to blame for this season. You can't just pin it on him. But, I mean, he's getting lit up a lot. And it's like, man, if you're going to be pumping up the crowd, at least do it when you're like in the game and irrelevant. Right now, you guys are irrelevant. Stay irrelevant and work on what you're going to build on for next season, because your season's over. It's done. Minnesota, the team they were playing, they was acting like that against, they're hot. They're on fire right now. Fleury's playing good hockey, Bob. He is solid in net. So Bennington, stay quiet.
Wait till Fleury gets another chance at Bennington. So I wanted to see Fleury punch him so bad when he skated out across the ice there.
You know what, Joe? I'm sorry. I'm afraid Jordan would
yell
him.
Yeah. No way. You guys vote on it. Let us know below. I think everyone's going to be on Fleury with me.
Well, we're gonna. You know what? We're gonna. If that ever happens, we're putting some money on it. All right.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be paying a lot of juice on Fleury money line, because I'm telling you, no.
$2 favorites at least.
Yeah. Benner's a clown.
What do you think about this play? Rangers money line tonight, also -1.5 at +130. What's your thoughts there? 230.
Okay, so I would flirt with that puck line with that plus money, but I do think the Rangers just straight up on the money line. You're getting them -115, -118 right in there. I think it's a really solid bet. I do think this game has the opportunity to go to overtime, and that's why I'm not loving that puck line. I think they're going to keep it tight. Battle of the Metro, you guys. This is going to be a phenomenal game. The Rangers sitting third, the Canes sitting first. We know the Devils are right in there between them, both of these teams really needing that win tonight, picking up those 2 points. But that's why I could see it going to OT. We know the Rangers have been pushing these games to OT as well. Igor Shesterkin in. Rangers, I think, ultimately get the win, but I do think this one has the chance of OT.
Speaking of the Devils, okay, and they have been very inconsistent lately. Not the type of team that I thought that they were going to be. What do you think? What do you think their issue is? Is it goaltending? Is it defense? Are they getting too fancy with the puck? Are they not playing the straightforward kind of game? What do you think?
I think there's nothing wrong with this team. We saw them lose those couple to the Lightning, but when you looked at all the stats, you looked at all the trends, everything pointed for the Lightning to get those back-to-back wins over them. Then they rolled into Tampa Bay, were able to get a nice 5-2 win. I think this team is going to be fine. I really do think the Devils ultimately take the Metro, and I think the Canes and the Rangers battle it out for second place in the Metro. Find nothing wrong with them. I think this is another game tonight with the Minnesota Wild that they can pick up a nice win here. I'm looking for this one to go to overtime as well. +350 for this to go to overtime. I love that plus money on it tonight. But like I said, this is going to be a complete battle on the ice. We look at the Devils, strong offensively, strong defensively. The Wild, while I like this team, can't keep up offensively with these goals, averaging under 3 goals per game. The Devils averaged 34.5 shots on goal. Jack Hughes has been an absolute moneymaker for us this season. I think there's nothing wrong with this Devils team. Second in the Metro right now. Watch them take it.
Yes, I like that a lot. So when it comes to shots on goal, are you betting a lot of those?
Okay, so there's certain situations where I like shots on goal, looking at a team like the New Jersey Devils that have the higher shots, the Florida Panthers that have the higher shots, versus a team that allows 30-plus shots on goal. As soon as a team dips down to that 27, 28 point, like with the Seattle Kraken or even my Calgary Flames really doing a nice job, the Carolina Hurricanes, once they're against a defense that limits those shots on goal, either I'm looking at the goalie props in those situations or the players for the anytime goal, because I don't want to look at those shots on goal when we're going to have limited ones.
Okay. Makes sense. Mike, what's your feelings on shots on goal? That is really the only prop that I play because I find it on the OddsJam positive EV page constantly. I mean, there are tons of them. And a lot of times you got to play the under too. Right, Mike?
Yeah, no, I mean, shots on goal are definitely a prop that I like to jump into a little bit. They can be dicey at times, no doubt about it. But yeah, I love playing player shots on goal props. I will say this about Carolina: the Svechnikov injury that's gonna catch up to them, I'm afraid. And that worries me because I liked Carolina. I had a future on them. So
I like the Canes too. You look at the 3 top teams in that Metro. How can you not like all 3 of them? At least I do. So
yeah, no doubt. Do you think my worry is? Do you think now though that they have a chance to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, or is it just going to be too much?
I don't know. I don't know because I really had thought that they could make it at the start of the season, but I'm not sure at this point if they're going to get there. I want to see them really step up offensively. We haven't been seeing it, and now with Svechnikov out, I think it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, same. Yeah. And that one thing they have been better at this season that this is what killed them in the playoffs is they are playing better on the road, you know, so that is a good sign for them because in the playoffs last year, that is what killed them. I mean, you look at their record, what are they, 21-7-6 on the road?
It was crazy last season. I could not believe what we saw. Every time they went on the road, you just faded them.
Yeah, right. It was ridiculous. So those problems have been solved, obviously. So not as worried about that now heading into the playoffs. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that injury catches up to him, though. I'm concerned.
We definitely are going to be having you back as much as we can for the NHL playoffs this year, for sure. Now, one thing that I want to ask you in the East is, and by the way, Tony Feud says hi. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Tony.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Look, the Lightning are not going to go away very easily.
No.
They're just not, folks. It's not going to happen. As a matter of fact, they're going to win one round in the playoffs, and don't be surprised if they don't somehow sneak into the Eastern Conference Finals, folks. You just never know. With Vasilevsky especially. All right, what's your thoughts on them? I mean, could you see that happening?
Yeah, the Lightning are such a solid team. We've got playmakers on offense and defense. We've got strong goaltending. They are one of those teams that they've made it so many times for a reason. They have the talent. They have the depth. They're sitting, 42-23 on the season? Tied right in there with the Leafs. They've played more games than the Leafs, though. They played 71 games, Leafs sitting 42-18. We know the Leafs can't make it past the first round. If they actually make it past the first round and beat the Lightning, I will be completely shocked. So I do think the Lightning make it past. It's going to be interesting to see what we get out of the Lightning.
The O'Reilly injury definitely hurts them, after making the move that they made.
Yeah.
And but they have got to get him back because his ability in the face-off circle is astronomical. All right, let me ask you a question. You got any bets tonight that you saved for me that I can just hammer right now?
Bets that I have saved for you. Okay, let's look at games we have not talked. Can we just fade Calgary automatically for the rest of the season? Take the Ducks plus 1.5 at -130. I have no faith in the Calgary Flames. I do think that game, in all seriousness, goes over that total of 6.5. I also like between the Seattle Kraken and the Dallas Stars. Looking at the over 1.5 is too juiced in that first period, but if you take both teams to score in the first period, you're getting beautiful plus money. I absolutely love that one. Vegas is too short of a favorite that it kind of scares me versus Vancouver. They've also got a couple of really hard games. They've got Calgary, who they just lost to on deck on Thursday, then 2 games versus Edmonton. So I'm a little wary of that game. Vegas should win it, but at minus 137 doesn't feel right. I think the Arizona Coyotes keep it tight with the Winnipeg Jets too. The Winnipeg Jets are another team that just have been letting us down. They haven't been able to win. They haven't been able to cover. They failed to cover the puck line as a favorite in their last 10. Looking at the Arizona Coyotes, I know they're not at home. If they were at home, I would absolutely love them tonight. They've been rolling hot. They've won 4 of their last 5. I think if you look at them, plus the 1.5 at minus 100, you've got nothing to lose here. I think this team is going to keep fighting. They want the win. And Connor Hellebuyck and the Winnipeg Jets, what have they done for us lately? Absolutely nothing for me.
Right.
They lost to the Blues, Bob. The Blues.
I know the Blues. For goodness sakes, what? I feel like Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Vancouver's been hot. 7 out of their last 8. I stayed away from that one too because Vancouver's been on fire here lately. So I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up pulling out that win because, like you said, Vegas has got bigger fish to fry here coming up. So, and the last time they played had to go back a ways. Vancouver did win. So, but again, you had to go back a long, long time ago to find the last time these two teams played. But yeah, I stayed away from Vegas too.
Yeah. And then the last one I've got, the Panthers and the Flyers. Both teams to score in the first period. That's at plus 148. If you're kind of scared on the both teams to score, you can take the over 1.5. That's at minus 148. I'm going with the plus money. I think both teams score. I think it's a higher scoring game. I'm a little weary of the full total because we know some of these games, we can see 3 goals in that first period and things calm down a little bit. These teams also trend to that under. So high scoring first period, and I think both of them contribute to that.
There's a lot of plays early in the day. We find them on our positive EV page with over 1.5 total goals first period, and those have been hitting quite a bit. They're on FanDuel only is the only place that I found them, and it's a pretty good bet to make. Look, Joe, we love having you here. We thank you very much for coming on, and you know what? Can't wait until you come back on again. This is going to be fantastic. The playoffs, your insight into hockey is as good as anybody that we have on here, even better than Mike.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, doubtful, but thank you guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate joining you.
Absolutely.
Oh, we love having you. Give it up for Joe Madden. Come on now.
I love the clap. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful one. Thanks so much for joining me. Best of luck. Crush it tonight.
You too,
All right,
Joe.
let's do it. Let's make some money. Thank you, Joe. All
awesome.
Right. Yes, fantastic.
Thank you, Joe, for coming on. And she's brilliant when it comes to hockey. That's why we have her on. She gives great insight. She also big baseball fan too. So along with Tony, we'll be having Joe come on, talk some baseball. Can't wait till the summer. You know, all you guys out there that are worried about baseball season, we'll all have you covered. Let them know, Tony. Let them know that we got you covered for baseball. We're good to go. All right. Let's share the my screen and jump over to the positive EV page, Bob, and let's get to it. Let's get to it. I'm going to refresh here. All right, James Wiseman over 16.5 points tonight. I wonder if we can get to this quick enough. Minus 105 on BetMGM. You see the play there. Outstanding value. Looks like FanDuel, Caesars, both having that heavily juiced points bet as well. So a few books to compare what we're getting it to. Minus 105 definitely is the route to go there. So lock that one in for sure. All right. Let's see what we got out here. John Collins under 5.5 rebounds at plus 110. Doesn't look too bad. Pinnacle favors this side, getting plus odds. I'll put a quarter of a unit on that one, and we're already in BetMGM. And let's go ahead. I like that play for sure. Let's stay in BetMGM. What do you say? Keegan Murray under 4.5 player rebounds, Bob, plus 100. Average odds on this play are minus 118. So, getting plus odds, evenly priced on a couple of books, favored a little bit on FanDuel. Pinnacle's favoring it. Does look like Barstool and Bet Rivers, which, again, same lines, same odds company. They've got it favored to the over, pretty heavily juiced, but that's okay. I still like the value we're getting. We'll take that for a half a unit. Clint Capella, under 11.5 rebounds. Plus 100 on BetMGM. Average odds minus 120. Got 2 books off the bat, juicing and favoring this. Pinnacle as well. Let's go with it. Let's stay on
there all day. Tony had Pirates plus 102 again today, fellas. 2 days in a row as dogs. Might need a Pittsburgh hat. You might need one.
Kuzma out. Porzingis should have a big night. Minus 105 for his over player points. Yeah, let's just stay on BetMGM and hammer them.
Yes.
Average odds minus 122. Pretty well every book, actually. Pretty well favoring that.
We're all on the Rangers money line.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Lower percentage play, but Jaylen Brown over 26.5 points. Looks freaking good on BetMGM.
Are you tired?
No, it's just stretching, man. Is that all right?
Yeah, no. Take a nap if you want to.
I ain't got time for that, bro. We got to hit these bets.
All right.
BetMGM's getting murked right now. Absolutely.
Rockies plus 145 tonight, Mike. Spring training. Tony does research in his sleep, Jordan.
Tony, give that bet out. Bob?
Plus 145 Rockies tonight.
Who gave that out?
Tony.
That's what I asked. Tony, give that out?
Yep. Yes.
All right. I'm riding it for sure.
Okay. I've got a Prize Picks goalie 5 flex, Mike. Okay. NHL goalie.
All right. How about Valanciunas? We'll jump over to Bet Rivers, Barstool. Minus 110. Average odds minus 125. Heavily juiced on most books. Pinnacles at minus 136. So essentially, just compare the value, what you're getting it at, compare it to the average odds. Look at what other books kind of have it priced at. You can see here the consensus is that this is the most likely scenario that the under hits, and it's heavily juiced. But we're getting minus 110 on it because Bet Rivers and Barstool are sleeping, and they have the over favored. So, yeah, that's like no-brainer stuff right there, guys. Jump on it.
All right.
Hunting for value. That's good. Let's do a Prize Picks.
Okay. Can I do something real quick? Can I share my screen and show my goalie? Because the game's getting ready to start.
Yeah, show it.
All right. This will be quick. It's got to be real quick. Shesterkin over 25.5 saves. That's getting ready to start. Lindgren under 26.5 saves. Allmark under 26.5 saves. Saros over 29.5, and Sorokin over 27.5 saves. That is my 5 picker right there from Prize Picks. All right. You
Ready?
Find an NBA one? I'll go with you if you want to.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's see what's out here. Evan Mobley under 17.5 points. Looks good.
Okay.
We'll take that. I've got I've got this Wiseman playing a bet, but not as crazy about that one, taking it for an entry.
Wagner was a positive EV play earlier today, but I don't know whether it's still there or not.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Wow, I need to scroll down. I don't know what I was doing. All right.
Mike, I've got another Taco Tuesday play. Gilgeous-Alexander, 27.5 points down from 31.5.
Yeah. Take that one.
Over on that?
Over, yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I love Taco Tuesday.
There was value on his over 30.5, 31, whatever it was at earlier. So, yeah. Add Bradley Beal under 37.5 PRA.
Okay.
Minus 119. Decent to add. Average odds minus 128. So not too bad. Let's look at Valanciunas, see if this one's worth taking. We'll skip that one. De'Aaron Fox over 1.5 player made threes. Sign me up. Add that. Minus 128 average odds on it. Pretty juiced on most books. And sign me up for Tatum over 36.5 points and rebounds.
Ooh, nice. That's 5, man.
Or I mean, he's going to get the majority of his points off of points and rebounds, but 35.5 and it's points, rebounds, and assists. I think we need to add that instead of the points and rebounds. Just, I mean, it's a point less, and it's one more extra way he can get points with assists.
It's 42.5 on Prize Picks.
What?
PRA?
Yeah. Says, Jaylen Brown. I'm sorry. Add the Tatum play, points and rebounds. My bad. I thought it was Tatum.
Okay.
I thought it was Tatum on his PRA, but it's Jaylen Brown.
Got it. That's
it's
5.
JB, not JT. My bad on that.
All right. I'm adding it right now, and I'll share my screen and show you this entry.
Yeah, my bad on that.
It just
you ain't quick
totally messed me. It only went with a 4 picker. It took one away. That happens sometimes, but it's okay.
Let's get one more.
Well, no, I've already processed it. It's saying it's in progress. As soon as I hit enter, it took one of them away. But here's what we got. Let's do it. Nothing you can do about that. That does happen occasionally, folks. So Gilgeous-Alexander is over 27.5. That's a Taco Tuesday play. Bradley Beal under 37.5 PRA. De'Aaron Fox over 1.5 3-pointers made, and Jason Tatum over 36.5 points and rebounds. So I got 2 Taco Tuesday plays, Mike. I love it. Does that happen to me very often? It doesn't happen very often, but it happened tonight, and that makes me very happy for sure.
Slim Dan is in the building. Hey, fellas, I have an NHL 25% profit boost on BetMGM. Have anything worth taking? Yeah, Slim Dan. Let's go with a consensus one here, though, because there's a couple that I got. What do you like, Bob?
Well, you know, on your parlay, you know, you have Boston on the puck line, and then you also have the Maple Leafs on the money line. I actually like both of those plays, but if you probably wanted to be on the safe side, you probably take Boston on the puck line, add that 25%, and you'll also get, if that bet wins, you get a free bet equal to the amount of profit boost that you got, right, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I like Bruins on the puck line. Steven Batsa says Rangers money line, Slim Dan. Yeah, I like that one too. I like Toronto tonight. I'm sticking with it. I do like it. Bruins on the puck line. Any of those would be good, Slim Dan. So, yeah.
Let's do it. All right. We're out of here, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Joe Madden, for being here. God, I love having a hockey night like this. Nothing like hockey, folks. Peace, folks. You guys have a great day. Tony Feuds, keep it going. See you guys in the morning.